kind of gather some votes and see if we're starting to get consensus around priorities. We'll take this stuff away, we'll compare it to what we did last night, and we'll get back together again with you on Tuesday and sort of show you our findings from a priority standpoint, and then we'll go through that process we talked about of coming up with some goals and objectives, and then starting to set some tasks. Clearly, just looking around the room, Ian was convincing, so you got a lot of.
Well done, Ian.
No, that's not.
Nick had what we think is a good suggestion, and that was that one person from Goman and York be assigned specifically to work with the town on that issue and help with whatever we can help with, state connections or whatever it might be. So we're going to talk about that. I think that is a good idea. That'll bring us a particular focus to that issue. So we'll get back to you about who in our group can do that. Our problem with that kind of thing is that we do a lot of night meetings, as you can imagine, in our world. And the meeting of the committee that Gordon set up on this issue, those meetings, I'm assuming, will be in the evening?
Actually, at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yeah. So,
Yeah, so it's evening for you.
yeah,
It's not super late. So.
yeah. But so it'll be subject to availability of people, but we'll talk it through amongst all our people and see what we can come up with. Anyway, so septic services is clearly the winner from a priority standpoint. Good job, Ian. You got your message across.
It's a good message.
It is a good message. We agree. Attracting new business, got a lot of votes. That's great. That's what we would have expected to see. We had some late additions on a couple of things, senior housing and markets. What else got a lot of votes here? Looks like wayfinding got some votes.
We had a new introduction of train connectivity.
Yeah, that's a train through Cornwall. That goes right up. That every town along the way has talked to us about that issue. It's a tough one. You know, we'll spend some time on that. We have one of the guys at our office is a transit train kind of guy, so we're going to assign him to look into that in a little more depth.
We've had the train through town, and it's a pain in the ass. All they do is leave junk garbage.
Is that right?
That's all they do for the town.
Is that the freight, or was that a
No,
passenger?
passenger train that they put on and initially ran, and they said, oh, don't you want to have tourists come to West Cornwall? Yeah, they came to West Cornwall, they filled up the trash cans, they do pick up after themselves. The train doesn't care about us.
So we'll
Charge
put you.
them a fee, we'll pay for septic.
What?
Charge them a fee, we'll pay for septic.
Well,
Yeah.
we got a big toilet, maybe we can improve that.
Yeah, affordable housing. That got a lot of votes, and attracting families, somebody added there. Looks like the visitor station got some votes. We got one clear no at a 99. Put it way down the list. So we'll pull all this together and we'll get back together with you on Tuesday, as I said, and start to talk through the next part of the process. And we are going to also look at resources that will be necessary, and we'll bring to Tuesday our initial thoughts on the resources that we think the town ought to be thinking about putting to work on some of these issues. So, other
Is it possible
comments?
to have one of your guys come to the EDC meeting on Tuesday morning at 9, just to kind of give us a sense of, you know, totality, because we're trying to create our goals from these sessions.
Right, when's your next meeting?
Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday, so, well, we wouldn't want to do it before we do the sort of roll-up presentation to everybody. That would not be consistent with the way we do things. We could do it at the next meeting.
Okay, well, maybe we should have a special meeting in between.
Or
if we need to-
can some of your EDC members join us for the wrap-up Tuesday night?
Oh, yeah, we'll make sure people are there.
That'd work out perfectly. Okay. Closing comments, any additional thoughts, things that came up? If you do think of anything, please reach out to us with an email. It's all ends at Goman York, G-O-M-A-N-Y-O-R-K. Dusty is D. McMahon, M-C-M-A-H-A-N, not O-N, but M-C-M-A-H-A-N at GomanYork.com. H-Peck, H-P-E-C-K for Hiram, and M. Goman for me at GomanYork.com. So, you know, if you're giving this some thought and you have some other suggestions or ideas or comments you want to add, please get those to us. We've got some work to do between now and Tuesday to collate all the information we've got and start to put a bit of a plan together. And we'll be working on that between now and then.
If we're not there on Tuesday, do not take it as lack of interest. Some of us have to be in New York,
Okay?
so
That's fine.
weekenders are interested in these subjects as well, but we can't be here for
Sure.
that meeting. So we hope it'll get recorded so we can see what happens, and don't think that the lower numbers means that we're not interested. We
Right.
are.
Okay, we understand that. Gordon, any
Yeah,
closing comments?
well, I think a couple things to say. We are meeting on the septic. Todd Piker's the head of the study group, meeting next Thursday, and we have a regular meeting schedule set up for the next 4 or 5 months to meet down at Ian's shop. So that's an open meeting next Thursday night at 5 o'clock. Where that's at is we've looking at sending out RFPs or requests to interview experienced engineers, so that'll probably happen in the next couple of months. And then we've applied for grants to cover the cost of this phase 1 study. So we'll be coming back to the town for if we need town money to do some of that. But there does seem to be some funding sources available either through the state or federal government to fund such things. So we're actively, sort of, we're engaged, and I think it's one of the selectmen's already top priorities is to get that going. As well as, attracting new businesses is a top priority. So I think we are part way on that, and, there are people that come to my office probably once a month that say they have a new business, whether it's a pizzeria, a small engine change shell repair shop, possibly a software engineer wants to establish a business in town. So there are people that are interested in coming to town because of the quality of life here. We just have to make sure, whether it's housing or business space availability, that we are able to accommodate them, because that's certainly it's needed. And again, it's great to have this time we have the need. It's great to have this expertise come our way, because it's hard for the town government with everything else we've got to do to dig in, and we don't have the expertise that's been brought to us by Mike and his group. So I think our timing's good. I think the enthusiasm is there. And anyway, you said perseverance counts for a lot. So anyway, thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
Be an
Thank you
exciting
all
time, I
again.
think.
And thanks Gordon again, and Janet, and Jocelyn Air from Northwest Hills, and Mike Croft from the school, your principal here at the school. We appreciate him and his staff for letting us kind of move in on them and take over the space. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate everybody being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Looks like it's going to be nice weather, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Great.
Thank you.